Ever wondered what secrets Hades, the god of the underworld, might be hiding, or why he always seems to be the bad guy? Often Hades is misunderstood. He's not the god of death, but rather the ruler of the underworld. And contrary to popular belief, he was actually pretty fair, unlike his brother Zeus, who had a, well, less than stellar record with keeping his commitments. So, buckle up as we dive into 5 little-known stories about this misunderstood god. Did you know Hades had a penchant for fashion? Yes, you heard it right. As the ruler of the underworld, Hades was always known for his dark and brooding persona. But let's not forget about his stylish side. Hades was the proud owner of a helm of invisibility. This wasn't just any old helm, but a fashion statement that also served a rather dubious purpose. This helm was not only a symbol of his power and authority, but also a handy tool for carrying out his, let's say, less than honorable deeds. How so? Well, our dear Hades used this helm to kidnap his wife, Persephone. You could say it was the ancient Greek version of a van with free candy written on the side. A bit creepy? Absolutely. Stylish? Undeniably. So the next time you think about Hades, picture him as the god of the underworld strutting around with his stylish helm. If you're a dog lover, you might have more in common with Hades than you think. Now, let's dive into the underworld and talk about dogs, specifically Hades' pet, Cerberus. Yes, the 3-headed hound who guards the gates of the underworld. Now that's a dog lover's challenge. Hades was the original dog person, long before it became a popular identifier. He loved his pet so much he gave him the prestigious job of gatekeeper. But his choice of pet was, let's say, a bit extreme. Imagine the walks, the feeding, the barking. It's a triple dose of everything. And you thought dealing with one head was tough. But Hades, with his godly patience, handled it all. He was the original multitasker, juggling the responsibilities of the underworld and pet ownership. So the next time you're struggling with your one-headed dog, spare a thought for Hades and his 3-headed hound. Hades was not exactly the most eligible bachelor in the Greek pantheon. Now don't get me wrong, it wasn't due to lack of charm or good looks, but being the lord of the underworld didn't exactly make for an appealing dating profile. So, what's a lonely deity to do? Well, in Hades' case, he set his sights on the beautiful Persephone, the daughter of Demeter. But here's the kicker. Hades, in all his divine wisdom, decided that the best way to win her over was to, well, kidnap her. Yes, you heard it right. The god of the dead went full rogue and took his courting cues from a bad romance novel. Of course, this didn't go down well with Demeter, but that's a story for another time. The point is, Hades' romantic escapades prove that even gods can struggle when it comes to matters of the heart. So remember, even gods can have a hard time in the love department. Despite his bad rap, Hades was actually more of a victim than a villain. Let's take a moment to ponder this. Now imagine being tricked into ruling a realm where joy is scarce and sunlight is a distant memory. That's Hades' life in a nutshell. You see, when the gods were divvying up the universe, Hades, along with his brothers Zeus and Poseidon, drew lots to decide who would rule which realm. Zeus got the sky, Poseidon got the sea, and Hades, with his notorious luck, drew the short straw and ended up with the underworld. Talk about a raw deal, but let's not forget Hades didn't pout or throw a divine tantrum. He took it in stride, becoming the ruler of the underworld, the king of souls, the ultimate guide to the hereafter. He kept things running smoothly down under, even if it wasn't the most glamorous of gigs. Hades often gets painted as the bad guy, but really he was just doing his job, and a tough job at that. He was maintaining order in the afterlife, making sure departed souls found their way, and keeping the unruly specters in check. All while dealing with his occasionally overbearing and always dramatic godly family. So, the next time you hear about Hades, remember he was just a god doing his job and trying to keep a handle on his crazy family.